All right, let's talk about graphing exponential equations. Woo-hoo. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is just like practice just evaluating exponential functions. So I've given it to you in function notation. I might not always, but it's just good to be reminded with function notation. So if we have f of x equals 3x plus 4, and I want to find f of 2, remember that the 2 goes in for wherever x is, right? Because it's your input. So I'm going to do 3 to the second power plus 4. So that's the setup. And then I just follow order of operations to evaluate it. So then 3 squared is 9, and then 9 plus 4 gives me 13. So that's my answer. All right, so let's do it for this one. So this one, I've got negative 2 to the 4th this time, right there. And then minus 9. So negative 2 to the 4th. So here's one thing that is different about this. So that 2 is, it's like connected but not connected to the 2. So that negative gets actually applied after we do the 2 to the 4th. So let me show you. If it was to be written like that, that's kind of actually what's going on versus this, okay? So if they want the 2 to actually be negative and included and then be raised to the exponent, it will be in parentheses, okay? So we have this case going on. So 2 to the 4th is 16, and then we make it negative because that negative in front, so I get negative 16 minus 9, which gives me negative 25. And that's my answer. Yep. Okay. All right, so let's talk about graphing these. So I always want you guys to make a t-chart. It's just really the easiest way to go about things. And remembering our setup that I kind of gave you last time of y equals a to the b, remember that, at least for the ones that we're going to be doing, a is the y-intercept. It's our starting value. That looks a little bit weird. Let me fix that. Oh. All right, good enough, whatever. Okay, so there's two kinds. We have growth and decay, right? So I'm going to give you kind of a basic growth graph and a basic decay. So growth is going to go up from left to right, and wherever it crosses, that's our A value. Decay goes down from left to right, and again we have some A value, okay? All right, so let's actually do some graphing. So I've given you the function g of x equals 3 times 2 to the x, and we want to identify the y-intercept, and I want to fill in this t-chart. So if I ever don't give you a specific t-chart, you can always just default to negative 2 through 2, okay? And going by intervals of 1. So to fill in this first blank right there, I'm going to do 3 times 2 to the negative 2. And that gives me 0.75, because remember, negative exponents lead us to fractions. And then for this one, 3 times 2 to the negative 1 gives me 1.5. You should put this in the calculator. That'd really be the easiest. If I was using a calculator, it would be 3, and then I'd hit the multiplication button, and then I would do 2 to the caret negative 1. Okay, and it should give you 1.5. If you have problems with that, let me know, and I can give a little tutorial using the Desmos graphing calculator on how to do that. All right, and if I just keep going, I think you get the point. I would get, not 0, sorry, I would get 3 there, and then I would get 6, and then I would get 12. Okay, so I'm going to plot those on my graph. So negative 2 at about like 0.75. have 0, -1, 1.5. Right there. 0's at 3. 1 at 6. And then 2 at 12. And if you can hear a video game in the background, I apologize. Okay. So yeah, and then I just like connect my dots the best I can. And there's our graph. And it said identify the y-intercept. Well, we have it right here. This 0 at 3, that's my y-intercept. Okay? All right, next page. All right, so very similar. This time we just have 0.4. So I know this is going to be decayed, right? Because the value, the b value, what has the exponent is less than 1. And so that means it is decayed. So I know it's going to be going down from left to right. So in the calculator, I'm going to do 0.4 to the negative second power. That gives me 6.25. And I do 0.4 to the -1. It gives me 2.5. And then I just keep going, and I get 1, 0.4, and 0.16. Okay, so I graph those. And it looks something like that. And then I connect my dots. Whoop, totally missed that. And voila. Okay. So really all this can be done in your calculator. Just make sure you're putting it in correctly. Okay. So this last one, we've got a negative in front. And what happens when we have negative in front of a graph is it reflects it over the x-axis. And even if you don't remember that, as long as you put it into the calculator correctly, we should be fine. So you're going to do for this, actually let's start at the bottom this time. Let's do the +2. So I'm going to do -2 times 3 to the second power, and that gives me -18. Because what's happening here is 3 squared is 9, and then I'm doing 9 times -2, which gives me my -18. And then for this one, I would do -2 times 3 to the 1. Well, 3 to the 1 is 3. And then 3 times -2 is -6. And then I keep going. I get -2 for this one, -0.66, and -0.2 repeating to 2. Okay. So I go to where 2 is -18, 1's -6, -2. And so I make sure that my line doesn't go above that x-axis, because what's happening is these are just really, really small numbers over here that it's coming from, and it's going to go down. It's actually not going to ever go into that positive part over there. Okay. All right. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you got questions.